All right, folks, welcome. It is Tuesday, December the 7th, 2021. Let's go ahead and look at our trades from yesterday. We're going to concentrate on this trade, this trade, this trade, and this trade. Okay, so that's what we're going to go through. Let's go ahead and start with UVXY. UVXY was an interesting trade. One of the big things that we were seeing yesterday, let's just go ahead and go straight into SPX, is that we saw us get through this first level of resistance right here that we wanted to challenge, this 45.50, and then we also broke through this 45.80 level. And then we flirted around this 45.90 level. Granted, we are above that right now, but I wanted to go ahead up on it by quite a lot. I wanted to go ahead and challenge this 45.90 level right here. And we had gotten through some of these other levels. And so I wanted to go ahead and get a little short volatility. And so I went ahead, and granted, that's going to pay really nicely today. I wanted to go ahead and sell this call right here. So all of this was below all of the bodies. So we were going to need to see a further significant breakdown in the market for this to really accelerate. And so I feel really good about this. This is for this expiration. We'll see if there is just not a lot of premium left on this. We'll see how it opens. Again, this is going to be pretty far out of the money, looking at more than a 25% increase at this point. In order for it to be challenged, 25% increase in UVXY after we've had such a, basically a 100% move, close, not quite. So if it's got, 20 or 25 cents left on the option, I'm going to just go ahead and close it. We're going to see this significantly drop again today. So that's that trade. Let's go to GDXJ. For part of the day yesterday, GDXJ actually hit our PSF long. So our premium selling fractal chart. So you can see here yesterday it was below our RSI 10 on the 2, below our RSI 30 for just a second, and it was below that fractal energy. We've seen a massive decrease of about, 20% or so, just under 20% there in GDXJ, and we were approaching a pretty significant price level here. So we have this price level that was interesting to us. So we went into GDXJ and went ahead and sold a long dated option here for January the 14th at 38, right? So when we go to 38, it's right there below one level of support. And so that's our second level of support. Of course, what we'll do is if we get challenged, we'll roll this out. But this does give us our trade for this particular expiration, right? So this gives us our non-VIX, non-volatility trade here in the January 14th expiration. So we'll go through, we closed CCL. I anticipate we're going to get AAL today. I'm hoping we should get AAL. This one should come off today. We'll see if that ends up happening. Those are kind of paired together. Dust closed out. So we, of course, got to sign these 100 shares. We also got to sign these 100 shares. So we just went ahead and closed and resold these 28s. All right, Sportsman Warehouse. We'll see if this ends up being a bad trade or not. I brought in 10 cents worth of credit. I'm going to try to buy it back for 5. Just a quick, your equivalent of selling options type of scalp, really. Really, I like the trade from both a story and a chart perspective, right? So we have it. We'd have to see pretty significant still downward motion. This was, of course, where Sportsman Warehouse announced they were getting acquired by a private firm, Outdoors something, for 18, right? And so that's why you see all of this entire year, it's just chilled at 18, probably relatively little volatility before. I bet if we were to go to the think back before they announced it, They're dropping it, probably little volatility. But really, again, we'd have to go less than the 52-week low here. So all of these are and are significantly oversold. Fractal Energy's down. If we do get challenged, I'll try to roll it. But also, what I understand is that there are additional opportunities out for Sportsman Warehouse. So we're just going to sell this. This is actually still $1 before I start to get challenged here, but we'll just watch this trade. I've got an alert set, obviously, for Sportsman Warehouse, and we'll just see what happens here. Those were the trades yesterday. Yeah, those were the trades yesterday, why we traded what we traded. And we'll see what the market offers us today. As I'm looking, I'm not super interested in any of this on our fractal premium selling fractal energy. Not really seeing anything major that I'm super interested in again on this IV percentile. Nothing super interesting on the volatility watch list that's really out of the ordinary. There's a lot here on the daily 5%. But again, you know, one of the things that I want to stay away from, right? Like I want to stay away from Zoom when I'm selling put options because it can just get trashed, right? I mean, this is 451. I mean, at any point that you try to find this dip, you're just gonna get trashed. That's one of the things about growth and kind of these speculative, not necessarily speculative, but these tech companies that are in the growth phase, right? You just can get just trashed on the selling put option side. I remember YINN, is that beyond me? Yeah. So, you know, before the pandemic, I had this set up right. So, I mean, this would have been a decent setup right here. You know, and I got trashed on the put side. You know, this would have been another decent opportunity right here, and these would have ended up playing out. But sure, if you find some others, this probably wouldn't have played out unless it was a short dated option, right? But you go out a couple of weeks, and this one's a loser. But even then, our fractal energy wouldn't have triggered there. So, you know, these speculative growth companies are difficult to sell put strategies on. So I tend to shy away from them. All right, that's our trade recap and kind of a game plan for this morning. I think I'm just going to watch and see what shows up on some of our watch lists, and then I will make the moves accordingly. All right, have a great day. Let's go ahead and make things happen.